Hi everybody. So this is part two of the Kefir. In part one, I kind of described what it was, how to use it, and I said in part two I'd show you how we make it. So here's the Kefir grains right in here. I'll give you a little closer view of it. These look like little chunks of bacteria culture. They've been sitting in sugar water for about 2.5 days. And what you want is a strainer that isn't metal, plastic, it likes plastic, filter, or excuse me, a funnel that's also plastic, and a wooden spoon. Okay, so we want that these guys, the bacteria doesn't like metal. It hurts them and makes them die. So we don't want to touch anything other than glass or plastic against them. And so we have basically a really wonderful fermented water full of probiotics ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and use this little Grolsch bottle, a little flip top that I can close off. And we'll put the filter up there like that. And we're going to just pour the Kefir water, saving the grains. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So we'll just start pouring it right now, just like that. And all this really healthy Kefir liquid is going to go in this bottle. You can see some of the Kefir grains are actually coming out. That's what my filter's for. It's going to catch all those. And go to an edge where there's not much else, much moisture left. And we'll just go ahead and do that. And that's pretty good, right about there. You can leave the Kefir grains out here. You can see they're still in there. And I'm going to dump the excess Kefir grains back in so they're not wasted. And so this is, I would put a little bit of fruit juice in here and fill it up partially. And I'll keep this now for an extra 24 hours. I'll seal it up like that. And it'll continue to ferment and actually get bubbling. And it'll actually, when I have some fruit juice here, like pineapple or grape juice, it'll turn into a really delicious grape or pineapple soda or whatever juice you like. So I haven't added the fruit juice. I'll do that later. But let's show how we're going to make these Kefir, how you make the first fermentation. So there's two fermentations. This is the second one. The first one would be with filtered water. And because filtered water removes a lot of minerals, you need to probably get some type of minerals. So I'm using this colloidal mineral that I found at Sprouts, but you can use a lot of different things. Some people use eggshells. Some people use molasses. But this is just easy enough to use. So I'm going to put the filtered water in because it does need some minerals, and this type of water doesn't have minerals in it. And so the Kefir, the grains need minerals in them to be healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and just put filtered water in there. And I'll put a nice dash of the minerals in there because they like to, that makes them nice and healthy. And then they have to eat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a tablespoon which I forgot. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. And I'm using pure cane sugar. So again, you can use different types of sugar. This actually they love, even though it's kind of not so good for us, it's great for these guys. They love sugar. So you can use brown sugar, you could use organic sugar, you could use palm sugar, you can use different types of sugar. This one is really easy to use. You can buy it in bulk, and it happens to be they love it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in about 4 tablespoons here. And it really goes with how much water it is. So this particular serving of water, I'm going to use 4 tablespoons. There's all kinds of measurements you can judge. So you can see I've got the sugar in there now. I've got the minerals. So now I'm going to go ahead and stir it up. I'm using a wooden spoon, as you can see. The wooden spoon is, again, we don't want to touch any of the grains with metal. So we want to use something that they don't mind touching. And what I want to do is dissolve the sugar completely. This will take a few more minutes, or a few more moments actually, excuse me. Not too long. Cane sugar dissolves pretty quickly to water. Some of the other recipes, some of the other sugars you might use, some of the sugar is kind of harder to dissolve, and so they recommend you boil the water and then mix in the sugar in hot water, but you don't put the hot water in with the grains because that'll kill them. You let the water cool and then you dump in the water. But this way, it's much easier. I just put it in this way, and it dissolves nicely, and the grains really like it. So I think that's pretty good. Sugar is pretty much dissolved, and now we have the first fermentation. So I would close this up, and this will sit for about another 24 to 48 hours, and they'll going to eat the sugar and create a probiotic fluid in here that is delicious and very nutritious and really good for your digestive system and excellent for your immune system. So again, here's my second fermentation. After this one, I'll do another one of these, and maybe I'll add a little fruit juice to it. That'll make it a beautiful color, and it will ferment so much that it'll start to become bubbly, and it'll be like almost like a soda when I drink it next time. And then once it gets fermented enough, I'll put it in the fridge, and it'll stay at the place it's at. It won't ferment anymore. The fermentation will slow down, and I'll have a delicious, healthy drink I can use that has very little sugar in it. Because again, this is going to be, the sugar is going to be pretty much gone after the fermentation takes place in this one. And then I'll add a little bit more sugar to this one with the fruit juice. Again, the little guys in here will eat that sugar and continue to ferment and create a bubbly, delicious drink. It's really good for your digestive tract, filling it full, all kinds of healthy microbiome. Anyway, that's my kefir spiel. I recommend it. You don't have to just do water kefir. This is obviously water kefir I'm doing. There is a milk kefir that you can do, and that's also good. Has a lot of great probiotics. In some cases, it has a little bit more probiotic than water kefir does. It has different strains. But this is excellent if you don't want to do dairy. This is a great product. I love it. I recommend it. I drink it daily. So enjoy. Easy to find. You can find kefir grains online or on Amazon.com. And you can see it's pretty easy to make. It just takes a little commitment because you do have to make it regularly. So this is going to be about a 2-day fermentation. This will be an additional day, and it'll be ready to drink. That's it. Enjoy.